Hi everyone, welcome back to Ginatopia. Well, today we're going to do a quick get ready with me using the Tarte Icy Betch palette. And this was a gift from my dear friend in California, Lisa Jacks. So thank you, Lisa. Bella just jumped down because she thought she was going to get some treats. So Bella, you want to jump back up here for a minute? Come on. Here's the beautiful Miss Bells. Here's a beautiful baby. Say give us a thumbs up and a share. Say like our video. Subscribe to our channel. And let Mommy give her some treats. Here you go, baby. Mama's got to stop at the store and get some teas this evening. So let me adjust my camera just a little bit. And let's get started. First I'm going to start with the Confidence in a Jar face cream. This is a really nice face cream. It feels so hydrating when you put it on. You know, growing up, I had such oily skin that I could not use anything with any type of oil in it because it would just immediately break me out. But the older I get, the more oil I need in my skin because my skin is getting dry. So it feels really nice. And then I'm using my Steve Laurent oil on my lips, because my lips always feel parched. Then I'm using my Juice Beauty eye cream to go underneath my eyes, because you know how it is when you hit a certain age, you get those wrinkles around your eyes. You know, they start creeping up on you when you're in your 30s, and then when you get close to 60, they're like, bang, they're there. And I turned 58 in July, so you know I'm banging on 60's door. So they are inevitable, girls. So no matter how much you say, I'm not going to get them, you will. And I just refuse to get Botox. Here is what this palette looks like. The outside of the palette is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. That palette is beautiful. Now this is definitely out of my comfort zone. And everybody who knows me knows that these colors are out of my comfort zone. So she is definitely testing me on this palette. I've never been much of a blue wearer because I have such dark green eyes. I always felt like it clashed with my eyes. But I've been trying to go out of my comfort zone lately. So for Lisa, I will use this palette. And I have used it several times before. So I will definitely use this palette many more times because it is a beautiful palette. Now I'm not sure if it looks like it or that great because it is so out of my comfort zone. But yeah. Now I'm going in with my Laurent primer because I'm currently out of my two favorite primers, and I'm just trying to use up some of the eye primers that I have. And you all know my two favorite primers are the Avon Eye Primer and the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. They're both inexpensive, but they both really do the job. And as long as they do the job, that's all that matters to me. Let me get my handy mirror. And let me go in with my brush here, and I'm going to go into that white color right here, and I'm going to set my eyeshadow base. And the palette smells like vanilla, so it smells so nice. Setting your eyeshadow primer makes it less tacky so that it doesn't grab your eyeshadow more in one spot than another. And it really doesn't matter if you use a face powder or an eyeshadow. I just happen to like an eyeshadow. So the Bells is back. And Bells, I'm out of treats in here, honey. So, no, honey, Mama's out. Mama's out. Mama can't go to the kitchen and get more. You're just going to have to suffer through it, baby. I probably went way too light on this, but that Lorac eyeshadow is pretty sticky. So I really did go heavy-handed on that. So let me find a brush. Okay, I'm going to take a round, fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into, let's see, what shade do I want to use? Ooh, they're all so pretty, but I think I'm going to go into this shade right here in the center on the bottom. I got my glasses, I'm not sure if I can read the name. And I can't, but that's the shade I'm going to go to, the center bottom, or center. And I'm going to tap into that. And I'm going to go just above my crease with this. I don't want that very dark. I'm just using that as my transition color. Bells, you playing with my brushes? And that is such a pretty shade. I hope you can see that. I've got on a blue top today. So I'm going to bring this out. I'll clean this line up out here later. I don't have foundation on because I'm not sure how these fall out. Maybe I should go ahead and put foundation on and clean it up, but I'm not really good with dark shadows and fallout, so I thought it might be better that I just do it like this and then clean it up. I admire people like Mel Thompson who can go in with dark shadows and not have any fallout. She just does a beautiful eye makeup job. These don't have, this color doesn't seem to have a lot of fallout. And maybe because I'm going very light-handed with this. Bells is sitting here so patient. Watch, baby. Watch, baby. She loves to smell makeup. So this month has been a very happy birthday month. Today is my husband's 53rd birthday, so happy birthday, sweetie pie. I love you. The last month we've been to New York City. We took our niece Melanie to New York City, and then we went to Knoxville to a JTV live show. We actually got to go to 2 live shows, or actually 3, and had a blast there. They gave us a bag of jewelry apiece, which I need to show you all because that was so much fun. If you ever get an opportunity to go to JTV to a live show, you really need to do it. It's a lot of fun. Plus, they give you jewelry, and they feed you, and it was just really great. You get to meet some of the hosts, and they are just all so very sweet. Now, I'm taking the same And I'm going to get a different brush. Just a lot of fun. Now I'm going to go into this green shade right here because you all know green is my favorite color. I'm going to that green shade right there. And then my sister-in-law Christy's birthday was the 21st. And then my niece Sarah's birthday was the 22nd. Then Hub's birthday is today. So maybe we can get back on track with things. And I'm just putting this on the inner side of my eye. Now I'm going to take this same brush and I think I'm going to go into, what color matches my outfit the best? I think I'm going to go into this shade right down here on the bottom in the center. I'm going to go into that shade. And I'm going to go in the outer V of my eye. Maybe bring that across some into the crease. I hope you can see what I'm doing. If you could hear my baby sitting here purring, oh, it's so sweet. Swap out brushes, green. I love that green shade and that blue shade together, so pretty. If it had a purple, it'd be so peacocky looking. But this palette is their palette that was supposed to look like, and I had a piece of paper laying here. This is supposed to be the palette they put out for April Fool's Day last year. It's just a different layout than what that palette was. A lot of people were not liking it because, and I don't see the piece of paper, a lot of people were not liking it because it wasn't the same layout. It was supposed to be the same layout as this palette, the Tarte palettes. Let me get it over. As this palette instead of this. But you got a nice highlighter in here that you wouldn't have got if you had that palette. So it doesn't bother me at all. I think it's a nice palette. Plus, bonus is you get a highlighter. So, you know, you can't make everybody happy. If it'd been any other format, people would have been complaining anyway, you know. Oh, it's not as good as I thought it'd be. Honey, there's none in there, baby. Mommy, take you in the kitchen in a few minutes. People's always complaining about something, so, you know. They were complaining because it was an April Fool joke. Oh, I'm brushing the wrong thing. So you can't make everybody happy. You learn that in real life. You know that. And really, how many people would have really bought this palette, because a lot of people don't wear blues. Me, normally, I don't wear blues. I remember never wearing blues back in the 70s because they were those baby blues, and that just did not work for me. This works for me more. Let me get something and fluff that out just a little bit. So, yeah, this works for me a whole lot better than those other blues. Bella, honey, no. I know, baby. Back to that cream color. One eye always looks better than the other. I got too much blue on this side over here. I don't really want to add any more blue on the other eye. I may have to start over off camera. That's probably what I'll have to do, is start over off camera. If I can't fix it. Yeah, that's what I'm probably going to have to do, is start over. It's just makeup. No need to get upset. It's just makeup. And it builds. It's just makeup in it, honey. Let's take that off right there. Let that dry for a second. It's just makeup, isn't it, baby? Like it's mascara on the other eye. This is my Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. And as usual, I touch my eyelid. But somebody please tell me how to not do that. Other than not wearing mascara. So we got our Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Festival coming up in Wise, which is a statewide competition. Or it's a national-wide competition, which leads to the statewide competition in July. Unfortunately, nobody but the judges gets to taste the competition meat, which I think is terrible. I want to be a judge. I think it'd be so much fun to be a judge in that. We're going to leave that alone for right now. Alright, else. We're going to leave that alone for right now. Now we're going to use a Touch of Soul No Problem Primer. I've been working out in my mother's yard the last couple of days, and I've been using the water-based primer and instead of this other primer. And I found it good for that because I didn't want to use anything with any oil in it. Knock Mommy's brushes off. Yeah, there she goes, knocking them off. And it did work really good for that. when I knew I was going to be sweating a whole lot. So I really did like it for that. Using my Revlon 24-hour color stay. I'm going to have to touch that eye still. Tell you, when I wasn't doing it on camera, I got the prettiest eye look. I should have filmed it the other day when I was doing it, just for practice. That's when I seem to get my prettiest looks, is when I'm just practicing. But I love this Revlon 24-hour color stay. This is the best foundation I have used for my skin. I have tried multiple others and still have multiple others I could try. But this one really works great for my skin. Really, really lasts, and with a primer underneath it, it's bulletproof. What did I do with that palette, baby? There it is. There it is. There it is, baby. It's my fuzzy black microphone. She is such a mommy's baby, let me tell you all. If y'all don't have an animal in your life, you need to go to your local shelter and adopt an animal, because they do bring so much joy. Now that I've got my foundation on, I want to kind of blend my eyeshadow into my foundation just a little bit. There's people all the time who have pets to give away, from people who have passed away, or people who have had animals who have pets or have kittens or puppies to give away, who have not been responsible and did not have their animals fixed. So there's lots of places you can get animals besides buying them from the pet store or puppy mills or whatever. So if you're looking to get an animal, there are so many places to get them. I forgot to go underneath my eye. So I do recommend an animal in your life. When my husband and I got married, I had 9 cats because I had taken in a cat from one of the VDOT lots that was pregnant. And of course, if I give a cat away, I say, if you can't keep it, I want it back. Because I don't want it taken and dropped off somewhere. I want to know they have given an animal a good home. So I had given my brother a cat, and then he was going to Australia and asked me if I could keep it while he was gone. So when he came back, I wouldn't let him have it back because I felt so in love with Mo. So, and Mo became my boy. Let me tell you, he was a mommy's boy. He was so jealous of me and my husband, it was hilarious. Well, I don't know what I did with that mascara, so I've got another one right here. He was a mommy's boy for sure. I'd like to have a dog, but it wouldn't work in my house. And I live in the city and there's a leash law, so I don't really want that. So right now we're not getting a dog, but I really would like to have a dog too. Growing up we had dogs and cats, so it was just something we always had growing up. We had both. Bronzer. We always had, like I said, both. There's that mascara. Using my Park Avenue Princess palette. I hope you like this eye look using the Icy Betch palette, which I think is a interesting name for a palette. I really wish they wouldn't use names like that, or sexually explicit names, or sexually orientated names for stuff, because these young girls out here buying stuff, what does it lead them to believe, you know, or think about stuff? I just don't like that. Not that I'm so perfect or anything, but our society is just so overrun with sexual content and everything else. I guess because sex sells. I'm just using the blushes and stuff that I've got here in a palette that I made myself. The bronzer I'm using, or the highlighter I'm using now, come out of the Dark Masquerade palette, or the Midnight Masquerade palette from Pure. I've depotted it and put it in a palette because I did not like the eyeshadows. I got the eyeshadows to my niece Sarah. She liked them. I didn't. I'm using my Standby Lipstick Teddy Bear. I have two of these. I keep one in my purse and one here at my desk because that's my favorite lipstick at the moment. My niece Erica got me that. Well, that is my face using my Icy Betch eyeshadow palette by Tarte that Lisa Jacks got me. I hope you like this eye look. It's really, really out of my comfort zone. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up and a share. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Be sure to hit the little notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And be sure to share the love, not the hate, because there's so much hatred in this world. And I hope to see you in my future videos.